Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Matt with Hoard Gaming. Today we're going to be installing a cap kit inside a Atari Jaguar, so let's get started. Just want to start by saying that this cap kit comes from Console 5, and to save me time, I've printed me out a capacitor map, as well as put all my capacitors in order, just using a piece of shipping tape to hold them. So this is where I'll be pulling my capacitors from off to the side. Okay, on this console we have 4 Phillips screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with those 4 Phillips screws out, we can go ahead and take the top off. I've already cleaned this console inside and out. Just doing some preventative maintenance by replacing all the capacitors on it. Also cleaned the motherboard with isopropyl alcohol and cleaned and polished the cartridge connector. Just want to make note right here, stamped in the metal on this shielding, it says Rev B. Depending on which motherboard revision, you might have some different capacitors that go in it. And if you have not been in your console yet, you'll have all these metal tabs to bend up to get this shielding off. You've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 8 down the sides, 3 down each side up front, and 2 right there in the center. Okay, now with the shielding removed, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more Phillips screws to remove. Okay, now with those 4 screws removed, we can go ahead and pull this motherboard out. It's still attached to this bottom shielding. Just lift up in the back because the cartridge ports are sticking through the plastic. And then slide it out. You remove your bottom case. Like I said, this has already been cleaned. And then from here, we can go ahead and remove the motherboard off the bottom shielding. Just lift up in the front. Go. And you can see here on this piece of cardboard on the bottom side here, it says Rev B as well. Okay, so now I'm going to flip this motherboard over and start adding solder to the back side of each one of these capacitor legs, just to get it to start to flow better. Okay, now that we have added fresh solder to the back side of each of those capacitor legs, we'll go ahead and use our Hakko FR300 and begin removing all the capacitors. Okay, now we got all the capacitors removed. Didn't have any problems with torn traces or pads or anything like that. Move all those off to the side, and I'll begin to start placing these new capacitors in their respective holes, and then just bend the legs over to where I can get them soldered. So let's start doing that. On this board revision, C93 is empty. I did not have a capacitor there. and we will not be putting a capacitor back in there. That's only for Rev K, and we're on a Rev B. So one extra 10 microfarad. So now that we got all those in, just double check, make sure your orientation's correct on each of your capacitors, and we'll get them soldered in. And there you go, all the capacitors have been replaced. Brand new high quality electrolytic capacitors. Just double check, make sure everything looks good. And we'll go ahead and put it back together. Atari Jaguar has been recapped, cleaned and refurbished, and ready for sale. We're just going to go ahead and test it real quick and make sure everything's functioning properly. I have some Atari Jaguar AV cables that will be going with this console, as well as a Atari Jaguar official adapter, and the controller that has been cleaned inside and out as well. So let's go ahead and test this. Okay, we'll hook up our Jaguar AV cables as well as our Jaguar power supply. Plug in our controller. I've got Tempest 2000. And power it on. And there you go. And there it is. This is Matt with Hoard Gaming. I really hope you liked this video today on the capacitor replacement of this Atari Jaguar. If you like this video and like to see other videos like it, just please subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading new videos, hopefully weekly. I also have a website available for you to check out at dragonswordgaming.com. I'll leave the link in the description. Selling my games, consoles, and accessories, as well as offering my mod services and repair services. It's a brand new website developed by a brand new web development company. I'll leave the link in the description if you need to get a hold of those guys for your own website needs. Also, if you have any questions or comments, you can just leave them down in the comments section or get a hold of me via email, and I'll leave that link in the description as well. Anyways, that's it, guys, and I'll see you next time. Laters.